Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be doing a tutorial on how I do my brows. They are, as you can see, they are done. So if you'd like to see how I got this look, just keep watching. First thing that I'm gonna do is actually go in and groom my eyebrows a little bit. It's been a little while, so I'll show you how I do that, and that's gonna be my first step. It's really handy if you have a little spoolie on hand. It's this little guy here, looks like a little mascara wand. And all we're gonna do is brush the brows. And I kind of just brush them up and to the side. So I'll do both sides here. So for tweezing the brows, I only like to take a little bit off, and just the stray hairs that are kind of wandering around here, those are the ones that I take care of. So when I tweeze, I just like to go in, get the hair that you want, and then pull it out fast. Alright, so once you've gone in and tweezed your brows, you are ready for the next step. So the next step that I'm gonna do is actually just take my spoolie again, and I'm just gonna brush my hairs up like this. So just straight up. And then I'm just gonna take little tiny scissors like this here, and we are just going to trim the very top. So just any hair that really sticks up when you brush your hair, that's what you're gonna trim. So same on this side here. Any of these crazy hairs that are sticking straight up, just gonna go ahead and trim them. Okay, so that part is done. Now, as you've noticed, my eyebrows are not super thick, and they're definitely lighter than my natural hair color. So the products that I've chosen today are products that are a little bit darker than my natural eyebrow color, but not as dark as my hair. And this is just gonna create a nice shadow effect so your eyebrows don't look too harsh and look really natural. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to measure where you want to start, arch, and end your eyebrows. So this is a super simple method, and all you need is something straight. So I'm going to be using my spoolie here, but I'll use the end. You can use a brush, or if you have a eyebrow pencil, that will all work as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my spoolie here and I'm going to measure it up the side of my nose, just like this. So when you do this, the top part of the spoolie, which is right here, that is where you're going to want to start your eyebrow. So not here, not here, not here, but right here. The next thing that you're gonna do is you're gonna find out where your arch is. So for the arch, you wanna go from the end of your nose, just like this, and you're gonna follow it to the outer corner of your iris. So as you can see right now, I'm following the end of my nose to the outside of my iris and up. This is where your arch should be. Next, for where your eyebrow should end, you're just gonna go from the side of your nose like this and up. So as you can see, side of the nose, end of the nose, sorry, up. And this is where your eyebrow should end. So we're gonna use that technique there to really map out where we're gonna start, arch, and end our eyebrows. So one of my favorite products for brows is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade, and this is the color Ash Brown. So this one here is a super creamy product. I really like it because it goes on really soft, and then when it dries, it's super long wearing. So this is a product that will last you throughout the day if you have a busy work day or whatever you're up to. This is gonna stay put. So I'm gonna start with this little angle brush here. This is the MAC 263 brush. I like this one because it's super, super thin, which is nice for brows because it keeps everything really precise. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dip a little bit into the pot here, and I really want to stress that you don't want a lot of product on your brush for this. If you need more for your brows, add a little bit more, but definitely start out with less, because if you start out with too much, this product can go on really heavy and it'll look really unnatural. So I'm just gonna zoom in a little bit here, get up close and personal. Okay, so now that we're all up close and personal, let's get started. So with the little bit of product that I have on my brush here, I'm just gonna start underneath the brow. So I'm gonna start by shaping the underneath of the eyebrow. And all I'm doing is following the natural shape of my brow and going in the same direction of hair growth. So if your hairs grow this way, you want to make sure you're putting your product that way. If they grow this way, put your product that way. So always just follow the natural shape and hair growth of your natural brows. I'm going to extend my brow a little bit on this side just because when I measure here, the end of my brush shows that it's best to extend just a little bit. So now that I have the bottom line there, you can tell we're looking pretty good. What we're gonna do is we're actually just gonna, there's no additional product on my brush. I haven't added any more. All I'm gonna do is start from that line that we created at the bottom and move that product upwards. I'm just using super small strokes, and again just following the natural shape and hairs of my own brows. The reason why we're moving the product upwards is because we don't want a harsh line at the bottom here. We want to keep everything really blended and natural looking. Okay, so once that's done, we are going to add a little bit more product back to our brush. And now we're going to do the top. So I don't like to start right at the start here, at the front of the brow, because I feel like you want to keep that area a little bit softer. That way it'll look a little bit more natural and soft on the face. So I'm going to start about midway here. So once you have the shape that you want, which this is looking pretty good, I go in with a little bit of additional product just in any areas that might be a little bit more sparse. So I find like I have a few areas that there's less hair, and so I just like to go in specifically to those areas and darken them up just to match the rest. Alright, so once that is done, I'm just going to take my spoolie and I'm just going to lightly brush out the beginning of the brow again just to soften it up a little bit. So I'm just going to take the lighter color of the NYX Cosmetics Sculpt and Highlight Duo, and what we're going to do is we're just going to do a little bit underneath the brow. We can do a little bit above as well. So once you got the product on there, you can just take a small brush, small concealer brush is fine. I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Electric brush. This is the one that came with the electric palette. There is a larger side and a smaller size. I'm just going to be using the smaller one. And all I'm going to do is lightly carve out the shape of my brow. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or suggestions for videos that I should do next, just comment below. Thank you.